Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Reader's Theater. We're so glad to see so many of you here tonight. Thank you. Tonight, our director has chosen to bring you two melodramas. Now, traditionally, a melodrama will have a cast of strange, offbeat characters. There is always a heroine who is frail, beautiful, and a little bit helpless. Or is she? A hero is a must, usually dashingly handsome, but not very bright, but he makes up for that by being extremely heroic. And no melodrama is complete without a villain. And they come in many sizes and shapes, but their common element is their fetish with a black mustache which they twirl constantly. Add a wicked stepmother, or a banker, or a lawyer, and you have all the elements for a melodrama. So, our first melodrama is interactive with you. We invite you to have some fun tonight with it by hissing and booing our villain and cheering for our hero. Can you think you can do that? Thank you. That's wonderful. Well, on that happy note, let's begin with the perils of Carmen Get It.
Ladies and gentlemen, I take you to an idyllic setting in a peaceful retirement community. While this neighborhood was designed for seniors to enjoy their golden years, there is evil afoot. Economic times have gotten tough. 401ks have shrunk, and cosmetic surgery costs have gone through the roof. And no matter how bad times are, there is always someone around to make them worse. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Our story starts in the home of our damsel, Carmen Get It. She worked her entire life in the entertainment industry, first as a mouseketeer, later as a stewardess, and then even later as a product demonstrator at Costco. Carmen lives with her poor, sick sister, Anna, anorexic. She suffers from rickets, halitosis, arthritis, bunions, split ends, uncontrolled flatulence, hammer toe, elephantitis, eczema, constipation, Dutch elm disease, fibromyalgia, Graves' disease, hepatitis, irritable bowel syndrome, lactose intolerance, consumption, narcolepsy, sciatica, SARS, thrush, and apoplexy. Well, let's see what happens.
You think someone could get me a drink of water around here?
Oh, my poor dear sister, is there something I can do for you? You know my life is dedicated to your comfort and happiness. Aren't you feeling well? Is there something wrong with you?
Something wrong with me? Not feeling well? You know that I suffer from rickets, halitosis, arthritis, bunions, split ends, uncontrolled flatulence. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Elephantitis, hammer toe, eczema, constipation, Dutch elm disease, fibromyalgia, Graves' disease, hepatitis, irritable bowel syndrome, lactose intolerance, consumption, narcolepsy, sciatica, SARS, thrush, and apoplexy.
Oh, why are we dwelling on these little things? Oh, I was just wondering if there was something new you have contracted.
Oh, gosh. As a matter of fact, I think I do have a new disease.
Pray tell me, what could it be?
I don't know. I just keep making this grunting noise,
Oh,
and I don't feel very well.
oh no, could it be? Let us hope not. Oh, please, Lord, don't let it be.
Will you stop with the overreacting and tell me what the heck you're talking about?
Oh, it is so terrible. I can't even say it.
Spit it out, sis, or I'm going to have to get out of this chair and use my good leg to kick you in the butt. Gee,
I am afraid you have the dreaded, mutated, not enough vaccine for swine flu.
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? With all the diseases that I have, all the stuff that's wrong with me, you think having the swine flu is a problem? Jeez.
But Anna Rutzik, we have to get you to a doctor. I am going to call 911 and get some help.
Is there something wrong?
Yeah, I can't find an 11 on this phone.
And to think my life depends on this ditz. Forget calling 911, just take me to the doctor. It's not as if you don't know the way.
Oh, if only it were that simple.
Well, what Carmen has failed to tell Anorexic is that she, Carmen, has spent all of the money that their dear departed father, may he rest in peace, has left them. And worse yet, she spent it all on cosmetic surgery for herself. She needed it for that stewardess gig I told you about. What will she do? But for every bad situation, there are worse people. The only place for Carmen to get it, the money I mean, she needs for her sister's treatment and maybe a little nip and tuck for herself, is from Dirk Dastardly the Villain.
Aha.
Oh, Mr. Dastardly. Oh, please, sir.
A pretty thing like you doesn't have to call me Mr. Dastardly. Let's get on a first name basis. You could call me Mr. Dirk.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Dirk.
What can a gentleman like myself do? Let us, for a fine lady such as you, I hope it has something to do with taking advantage of a bad situation.
Oh. You see, Mr. Dirk, my sister has fallen ill, really, just more ill, since she is always kind of sickly and whiny. She has rickets, halitosis, arthritis, bunions, split ends, uncontrolled flatulence. Hammer toe, elephantitis, eczema, constipation, Dutch elm disease, fibromyalgia, Graves' disease, hepatitis, irritable bowel syndrome, lactose intolerance, consumption, narcolepsy, sciatica, SARS, thrush, and apoplexy.
I may have that.
Oh, and she needs treatment very badly. Oh.
I'm not a doctor, but I'd be glad to have a look at it.
no. I have a doctor. It's just that, well, I hate to ask, but
What is it, my child? What could I do to be of assistance?
okay, it's just that I think she has the dreaded swine flu, and I need money to get her the vaccine.
Are you sure it's the swine flu? That's some pretty serious stuff.
I am pretty sure. Here, have a look at her.
Huh? I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure it looks like the swine flu to me. Did you try putting some ointment on it?
Oh, no offense. No offense. But I really do need to get a second opinion.
Okay, she has the swine flu, and she's ugly too.
Yeah, I know. We used to tie a pork chop to her neck to get the dogs to play with her. Oh, what will I do? What will I do? My sister is so sick, and I need a butt tuck. And I have no money and no means to get any money.
Ha, ha, ha. I could think of a couple things you could do to make some money.
What do you mean? I have always depended on the kindness of strangers, but I have no idea of what you want me to do.
Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, never. No, never. I could never do that. Oh.
I think you can, if you want some money bad enough.
No, I could never do that.
Ha, ha. Aha, I think you can, and I think you must.
No, 1,000 times no. I have never, ever, nor will I ever do floors.
Ah, yes. Our damsel is very much in distress now. Her sister is sick. Her butt needs a truck. I mean a tuck. And the only way out is through that rat, Dirk
Oh.
Dastardly.
Ooh.
But wait, there may be another way. The world may still have its heroes. Right on schedule, here comes Ray Sunshine.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-ay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine is hitting my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-ay.
And as always, he's accompanied by his faithful sidekick, Alcoholic.
You think a hero's gonna clean up after himself? What planet are you people from?
Now I know that our hero will want to help our heroine escape the clutches of our villain, Dirk Dastardly. But how is he to know that our lady needs help? Perhaps he will quit smiling long enough to notice that something is wrong. Yes, I'm pretty sure that soon he will go over and join the damsel and the villain and make everything better. I am sure he will stop that idiotic smile soon and go over and help Carmen.
Hey, dummy, the narrator wants you to go save the bimbo.
Bimbo. Well, hello, Miss Carmen. My superior senses tell me that you are somewhat in distress.
Yeah, it couldn't be me poking his dumb butt with a broom.
Oh, Ray, the most terrible thing has happened. Anna is sick again. And we have no money to make her well. And Mr. Dirk wants me to do the most distasteful things to make money, and my eyeliner is running. And oh yeah, I have a little cosmetic surgery scheduled for next week, and I don't know who is going to pay for it. I don't know who will rescue me from these dire straits which I find myself.
Don't you worry about anything, little pilgrim. I'm sure that things will work out.
Look there, Shoeshine. Nobody asked you to show up. We just about worked things out before you showed up. Get my drift? Besides, I hold the deed to her house. She's just going to have to accept the debt or learn to budget. Budge it. Get it?
I could never do what he wants, Ray. Please, Ray, help me.
Carmen, I don't care how sick your sister is or how little money you have. I will never let you sink to the depths of depravity that this sinister monster would subject you to.
I knew you would understand.
I will never let you clean floors, Miss Carmen.
Apparently, if that dumb broad thinks I'm going to save her ugly sister if she cleans my floors, well then she'll just have to be in another melodrama.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Excuse me. Sick person here. I'm the one who's sick. While you two guys are fighting over my sister, I'm not getting any better. Don't make me get out of this chair and whoop the two of you.
oh,
Oh, yes, we must take care of the sick.
Yes.
It must be our #1 priority. It's not like we can wait for national health care to kick in. How much money do you need for treatment? Golly willikers, that's a lot of money. Oh my, I could get my teeth recapped for that amount.
Golly willikers, Sunspot? Golly willikers?
I know. That's the way he talks. Try being in a biker bar and have him use language like that.
Don't worry, Carmen. I will get you the money you need. The future will be better tomorrow.
oh. Yeah.
It's me that needs the money, you doofus. I'm the sick one here. What about my future? That bimbo gets all the attention.
I know a good lawyer. We'll go see him and he'll tell us what to do.
I can tell you where to get a good lawyer.
Really?
Yeah, the graveyard.
Oh, no. Old lawyers never die. They just lose their appeal.
Oh, Carmen. Oh, you are so brilliant, Ray. I will go with you to see the lawyer.
A lawyer? One that's going to help? Yeah, like that's going to happen. I'm going to go hang out at the railroad tracks and see if anyone is being tied to them. That always cheers me up.
I think my sister is sweet on Ray.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. She's not his type.
Really? What is his type?
Inflatable. Since Carmen has gone off with Ray, that leaves me more time to concentrate on more important things.
Like what?
Happy hour.
Oh,
See ya.
hey, wait a minute. What about me?
Oh, I'll help you out, honey.
Okay. Oh,
There, that should do it.
this is so humiliating.
So, that is the plight we find ourselves in. Our heroine needs a butt tuck. Our villain wants his floors cleaned. Our hero is on the case. An alcoholic is going for a drink. And oh yeah, what's her name is not feeling that well. We will now take a short break to change the set. And to help pay for the cost of this production, we have a short message from our sponsor.
Have you ever been at a picnic on a hot summer's day?
Oh, you can bet I have.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Have you ever wondered if the potato salad had gone over?
Gone over what?
You know, in the heat of the summer, some mayonnaise can turn bad faster than a jackrabbit on a date.
Oh, you mean that you should no longer eat it because it now has a life of its own?
Yes, that's what I mean. There are only a couple ways to handle this.
You mean like use a good product like Kraft's or Best Foods?
Oh, of course not. And never mention those two competitors again, ever.
What should I do?
Use a mayonnaise that has already gone bad. Use a mayonnaise as bad as it's ever going to get. Use Sam and Ella's mayonnaise.
Really? What makes Sam and Ella's mayonnaise so special?
It is already populated with all that living bacteria that raw egg yolks can support. So there is no chance of it getting any worse.
But isn't that going to make you sick?
Of course not, unless you eat it. Besides, blue cheese has all those blue things in it, and it doesn't make you sick. And yogurt doesn't make you sick, and who knows what goes into those cultures. I have never trusted yogurt.
Really? So then Sam and Ella's is the way to go.
Yes, indeed. The next time you have a potluck in your community, make sure you use Sam and Ella's in all your dishes. That's sure to be a vacancy soon.
Why? Is someone going to die?
Probably, but what better way is there to get that house you always wanted?
But what if it's the wrong person?
There's nothing to worry about. Every jar of Sam and Ella's comes with a stomach pump. You can be sure to be a hero and save their lives.
Now that is thinking of everything.
It certainly is. So if you want to make certain that your potato salad will be the talk of your community every morning, be sure and use Sam and Ella's for the flavor that lasts for days.
And if you want to lose a few pounds to fit into those summer clothes, then have some Sam and Ella's. You will be a lot thinner in about 2 hours. I know I was.
Whatever you are preparing to eat, just make sure there is a little bit of Sam and Ella's in it.
Sam and Ella's mayonnaise.
It's to die for.
We rejoin our little drama at the law offices of Dewam, Cheatham, and Howe. Our lawyer, Bendover, is on the phone. Let's listen in.
Yes, I know the trial did not go as well as we'd planned. Well, I guess getting convicted is not the best thing. Yes, I know. Getting the electric chair for holding an unauthorized yard sale in a retirement community is a little harsh. Well, I do have good news for you, though. I talked to the governor. He thinks your sentence is a little harsh also. No, I wasn't able to get the electric chair gone, but I did get the voltage reduced. If you're going to talk to me that way, I'm not going to call you anymore. You know, us lawyers have feelings too, allegedly. Okay. I will. Yes, I will. Yes. Okay, I have to go now. Yes, I love you too, Mom. Never could please that woman. Welcome to the law offices of Dewham, Cheatham, and Howe.
Hi, Ben.
Bendover Esquire at your service.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ray.
Oh,
Who's this young lady you're with?
This is Carmen. Carmen, get it.
I'd like to get it. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Geddet.
oh, I'm sure the pleasure is all mine.
Not if I have my way with you.
Excuse me?
I said I hope all is gay with you.
That is an odd thing to say. Oh, Mr. Dover, I so need your help.
What seems to be the problem,
Well-
my dear?
My sister is sick. I need a butt truck, and I spent all of the money my dear father left us. May he rest in peace. Dirk Dastardly is going to foreclose on our house, and things are just terrible.
Go back to that part where you said you spent all your father's money.
Oh, well, I did, but I didn't mean it. You know, it just seems to go away pretty fast. You know, a girl has to keep herself in shoes.
Ray, you brought me a client that has no money. What were you thinking of?
Well, I wasn't thinking. I never do. I'm a man of action.
Yeah, right. And you need a butt truck?
I will if I don't get a nip and tuck pretty soon. I mean, I'm always in need of something being nipped or tucked.
And Cousin Dirk owns the deed to your house?
Yes, he showed it to me. Wait, he's your cousin? Oh, I am really done for now.
Yeah, pretty much. You have no money. My cousin Dirk holds the deed to your house. And your butt is oversized. Yep, you're done for sure.
Oh, and then there is my sick sister. But she is always sick, kind of whiny too, and pretty much a pain in my big butt.
I can hear you.
You have a sister, and she's sick? What does she have?
She has rickets, halitosis, arthritis, bunions, split ends, uncontrolled flatulence, hammer toe, elephantitis, eczema, constipation, Dutch elm disease, fibromyalgia, Graves' disease, hepatitis, irritable bowel syndrome, lactose intolerance, consumption, narcolepsy, sciatica, SARS, thrush, and apoplexy.
Give me that list.
Oh,
This is a gold mine.
really?
Anybody that sick, there has to be a lawsuit in there somewhere.
Well, what about me? Is there anything you can do for me?
Not really. Unless you want me to sue someone for that bad facelift you got.
Oh, I never had a facelift.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
I never. Oh,
I
I've never been more humiliated in all my life.
need to get her sister examined by a doctor. I smell money. Easy money. Ray, do you know if her doctor is an HMO?
I really don't know, but I don't think he's gay. There's no need to spell it out. I know what a HOMO is.
No, really. Well, do you know where she is?
I don't know where she is. We left her in the last scene, I think. But she's in a wheelchair, so she couldn't have gotten far.
I'm over here.
What was that noise?
It's me. I'm over here.
So, Carmen Geddet has had her feelings hurt and went storming off. It seems Bend Over is contemplating a lawsuit on Anorexic's behalf that will solve all of our damsel's problems. At least the problems that can be fixed with money. But somehow we have lost Anna. Where could Anna be? Perhaps our hero will find her, or maybe not. He seems to be a few pickles short of a full jar himself.
Oh, thanks, but you messed up my hair. Can't find anything. Couldn't you have pushed me off stage at the end of the last act?
I have enough to do cleaning up after Ray's sunspot here. Give me a break.
And so we have found Anna. She still looks a bit ill, but Bend Over has a plan for her. Let's see what happens now.
There is my little gold mine. You look positively fetching today. How are you, my dear?
What do you care?
I always have had your best interest at heart, and your well-being is the most important thing in my life. Lord, please grant me honesty and virtue, but don't do it right now.
Yeah, right. I was born at night, buddy, but I wasn't born last night.
No, really. I am very interested in seeing that your condition gets treated and that I get rich.
Which condition are we talking about? I have lots of them. I have rickets, halitosis, arthritis, bunions, split ends, uncontrolled flatulence. I've been eating a lot of health food.
It doesn't seem to be working, judging by this list of ailments. But we don't need that. Let's just work on the most obvious one.
And what would that be?
Let us work on getting you disgruntled. Hey, I don't write this stuff. I just read it. I mean, let us work on the obvious case of swine flu. Now, let me ask you a few questions. Are you sexually active?
No, I just lie there.
Okay. Enough on that subject. Let me take your pulse. You're either dead or my watch has stopped.
Well, I am obviously not dead. You know, it's a good thing that you're a lawyer instead of a doctor.
Well, perhaps. But one more thing. Do you have trouble remembering things like when was the last time you paid your legal bill?
My sister handles all of that, and she's only knitting with one needle.
Excellent, excellent. I will reach into the deep pockets of the drug companies and draw out a solution that will enrich me. And perhaps even get that stupid pig nose off your face. I love it when a plan comes together.
Somebody help me.
I'm coming, my dear. What is the matter?
I ran into that dastard Dick Bastardly, and he has tied me to the railroad tracks.
Yep, I tied her to the railroad tracks. It wasn't easy either. I mean, with her big butt and all.
You tied her to the railroad track?
I know, it's cliche. But we couldn't have a melodrama without someone being tied to the railroad tracks. Now, could we? Besides, it's my job, man.
Not to worry, my Carmen. I will be there in a moment to rescue you.
I don't want to be impatient or anything, but could you hurry?
I will be there just as soon as is superhero possible.
Get the lead out, or I'm going to be suffering from a different kind of flatulence when that train runs over me.
He will never get here in time. My evil ways will be the end of you, Carmen. Get it? Ha, ha, ha!
Oh, hurry, Ray! Save me! Save me, please, save me!
Dadgummit, these knots are tight.
Dadgummit, Ray? Really? Maybe it's you that needs to be tied to the railroad tracks. Talking like that.
Out of my way, you villain, you. I need to save poor Miss Carmen.
You will never get her loose in time. I will just stand here and watch you come up short. Something you should be used to. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Ha-ha!
Hurry, Ray!
I don't do well under pressure. If I go any faster, I may break a nail.
Maybe we better go help them.
Maybe we better. Ray just recently learned to tie his shoes.
Maybe I should see if there's a case against the railroads. But they're not as good as a pharmacy company. Good just the same, though. We'll see.
Please, hurry!
Oh, that must leave a mark. I've never seen anyone get run over by a train before.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God.
What did you do?
Oh, what will happen? What will happen? Will Ray get Carmen untied in time? Will that dastard dirt bastardly get his due? And will Anna become disgruntled? Will alcoholics ever sober up? And I would like to get a drink sometime. But we'll now have a short commercial break so we can pay for all the exotic sets, costumes, and props we use in these plays.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jody, and here with my friend Brianna, we are here to tell you about living at Snoozeville Retirement Community for the semi-comatose.
Hi, my name is Brianna, and with my oh-so-serious friend Jody, In the next few minutes, we will tell you all about our wonderful community at Snoozeville.
First, we want to make sure you do not confuse us with that other retirement company nearby called Rosie Day Retirement.
While Rosie Day Retirement may have all of those well-built homes and nice parks, Snoozeville is a much better value for your money.
Absolutely. Here at Snoozeville, we feel you don't need a very well-built home. You aren't going to be needing it that much longer. And a park? You aren't going to be doing a lot of jogging.
And of course, if there's ever any problem with anything in your new home, we will direct you to our customer service representative, Miss Waite.
I like to call her by her first name, Helen.
Well, in any case, if you have a problem, any problem at all here at Snoozeville, well, you can just go to Helen Waite.
At Snoozeville, we don't have one of those pesky homeowners association. We collect the dues. We just don't do anything with them.
That's right. And go ahead and put those plastic flamingos on your front yard. No one will stop you. And heck, you can even put your car up on blocks if you want to.
Of course, if someone is living in the car, we will need to collect the homeowner's dues.
And it is okay if your dog runs free. We wouldn't want to abuse the poor animal by putting a leash on it. We certainly are okay with leaving its little doggy presents on the neighbor's lawn. They're so cute, the dogs, that is.
Here at Snoozeville, we have so many more activities that are geared to our residents' capabilities and special needs. We don't believe in having our residents overextend themselves like those slave drivers over at Rosie Day Retirement.
On Wednesday nights, we have our ever-popular walker races. Plus, returning this year will be the lecture series, Bran. It's not for breakfast anymore.
Don't forget, on those hot summer nights when all the ladies get together and have an event that the guys just love.
Oh, yes. Whenever it gets up to a comfortable 105 degrees, the ladies put on a wet shawl contest just for the guys. Not that they even notice.
Tell them more.
Every week on Thursdays, we have a really fun Jell-O toss. And on Fridays, Chef Harry will be teaching us once again how to cook. As a matter of fact, this week he will be showing us 50 ways to fix your fiber.
Tell them about bocce.
Of course, bocce. It is just like bowling, except that you don't have to wear somebody else's shoes.
Of course, the balls are lighter, something the guys really appreciate.
And we also have a very active drama group that meets every Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, and all I get from them is a bunch of drama. The best lines those people have are on their faces.
So don't be misled by those ads for Rosie Day Retirement that show everyone having fun.
No, here at Snoozeville, we know your days of having fun are over.
At least they will be when you move here.
Hey, can I get a ride home with you after work?
Yeah, but we have to hurry back to Rosie Day. It's potluck night, and I don't want to miss it. Besides, somebody always brings the best potato salad.
Hopefully they have an opening at the front desk. Come on.
When we left our group, Dirk had tied Carmen's overly large butt to the railroad track. Anna had swine flu. Ray was trying to rescue Carmen. Ben was looking for someone to sue. And Dirk Dastardly was doing his evil things. and somebody had just gotten run over by a train. But now we are a year into the future. We are on a small island in the Caribbean called Shag Island. Time can change things in so many ways.
Oh, Elle, I am so glad I bought this island and that you and I can come here and visit together.
We had to do something with all that money you came into, and we had to go somewhere with that yacht you bought.
Yes. Who would have ever thought that things would turn out this way? Once they found out what was causing my swine flu, the pharmaceutical companies paid me dearly to use my body as a breeding ground for a vaccine. Who knew that all my ailments would pay off?
All of them except that Dutch elm disease.
Oh, I was just faking that one for sympathy. Hey, is that Ray Sunshine?
I think that's Ben.
Maybe it is. I can't see without my glasses on. Hey, boy, I would like a drink.
Yes, ma'am. What can I do for you?
I'd like to get my cocktail refreshed, and when you bring that to me, would you please give me a nice foot rub?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy sitting here with you and watching Ben rub your feet. And do a good job of it, or you know what will happen to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and there's a spot of water on the floor. Would you clean that up, please?
Yes, ma'am. Who would have ever thought that old drunk was working for the FBI?
I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. I'll go get your drinks.
Good idea, boy.
That was kind of mean, making him wipe up the floor.
He should be glad I didn't ask him to blow dry it.
Right. Well, now look who's coming. It's Ray Sunshine and his new girlfriend. They look so happy together. He's always smiling, so he must really like her.
Yeah, Ray finally found someone he can communicate with at his own level. But he still has to let her make the important decisions.
Hi, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
Hi, ladies.
Who's your new friend, Ray?
Well, she's great, but her name is Lee King.
Oh, really? Her name is Leaking?
Yep, she doesn't say a lot, but no matter what, she bounces back just like me. Anyway, we have to go. If she spends too much time in the sun, she starts to swell up.
I hope Ray's new friend doesn't break his heart by running off with a pool toy.
Oh, I don't know. I think having a girlfriend with a name like Leaking doesn't mean there's going to be a very long relationship there.
Oh, look, here comes your sister Carmen.
Hey, Carmen. How are you feeling today? Better, I hope. Would you like to sit down?
Oh, no, I'm not quite ready to sit just yet. I'm recovering from my last cosmetic surgery. I finally got my butt tuck done.
And how's Dirk?
Oh, Dirk is having one of his better days.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
It's hard to believe that it has been a year since he got hit by that train. But he is doing so much better now.
That was sad, but sort of serves him right for tying you to the railroad tracks.
I suppose you are right. Lucky for me, he tied me to the railroad track that was no longer in use.
And really unlucky for him that he was standing on the tracks that the train did come down.
Oh, that was a silly mistake, wasn't it? And, dearie, but since the court appointed me to be his guardian, mostly because no one else would do it, things are really pretty good. At least I can spend all that money that he stole from people.
That's great. I'm certainly glad you could join me on my new island.
Me too. It's so good to be here and see you doing so well. How is your Dutch elm disease, by the way?
What? Well, I'm doing much better now that the doctor said I had to go to a warm island and spend lots of money on shopping.
Ooh, that is great. But I have to go now. I have to finish airing out Dirk.
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Have fun.
Okay.
They seem so happy together.
They do. Who would have thought it, considering how they started out? How about you, Elle? Are you ever going to find a guy?
I don't think so. Guys are like parking spaces.
Really? How so?
All the good ones are taken. And the ones that are left are either handicapped or too small. How about you, Anna? Are you looking around?
Oh, heavens no. Since I came into all this money, I've been on one blind date after another. I think on the next one I should get a free seeing eye dog. How much longer do you have before you have to go back to work for the Department of Justice, Elle?
They're going to give me quite a bit of time off since I broke that case on insurance fraud involving Ben Dover.
Tell me again how it is that he's still walking around free.
It's complicated. But basically, he turned state's evidence and we had to put him in witness protection. But I like it that way.
Yeah, I like having him around as a cabana boy.
If he ever misbehaves again, I will just turn him over to all the other lawyers he ratted out to save his own skin.
All in all, things turned out pretty well, I must say.
They pretty much had to.
And why is that?
Because we're in a melodrama, and that is just the way it has to be.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a good old-fashioned melodrama. All the elements there in plain sight for you to hiss and boo. Oh, maybe a box of popcorn would be nice in that case. But who needs popcorn when we have a lobby full of the goodies waiting for you after our show? So please join us, won't you? Now, for our next presentation, you are about to hear a melodrama that's not as obvious as the one we just read. Famous actors and actresses and celebrities often become so fond of their performances that they get melodramatic in their own everyday lives. I'm sure actresses have been confronted with this situation that we were about to meet. And if they're ready backstage, we're ready to see the performance.
You wish to see me?
Yes.
What may I do for you?
Give me back my husband.
Give you back your husband?
Yes. You're wondering which one he is. He's a blond man, not very tall, wears spectacles. He is a lawyer, your manager's lawyer. Alfred is his first name.
Oh, I have met him, yes.
I know you have. Oh, I implore you, give him back to me.
You mustn't mistake my silence for embarrassment. I'm at a loss. I don't see quite how I can give you your husband back when I haven't got him to give.
You just admitted that you know him.
Well, that scarcely implies that I have taken him from you. Of course I know him. He drew up my last contract, and it seems to me I have seen him once or twice since then, backstage. A rather nice-spoken, fair-haired man. Did you say he wore spectacles?
Yes.
I don't remember him with spectacles.
Well, he probably took them off. He wanted to look his best for you. He is in love with you. He never takes them off when I'm around. He doesn't care how he looks when I'm around. He doesn't love me. I implore you, give him back to me.
If you weren't such a very foolish young woman, I should be very angry with you. Wherever did you get the idea that I have taken your husband from you?
He sends you flowers all the time.
That's not true.
It is.
It isn't. He never sent me a flower in all his life. Did he tell you he did?
No, I found out at the florist. The flowers are sent to your dressing room twice a week and charged to him.
That's a lie.
Do you mean to say that I am lying?
I mean to say that someone is lying to you.
And what about this letter?
Letter?
He wrote it to you, and he said, "My darling,
He wrote it to me? Let me see.
No, I'll read it to you. My darling, shan't be able to call for you tonight at the theater. Urgent business. 1,000 apologies. 10,000 kisses, Alfred."
Oh.
I found it on his desk this morning. He probably intended to send it to the theater by messenger, but he forgot, and I opened it.
You mustn't cry.
Why mustn't I? You steal my husband and I mustn't cry? Oh, I know how little it means to you and how easy it is for you. One night you dress like a princess. The next night you undress like a Greek goddess. You blacken your eyebrows and redden your lips and wax your lashes and paint your face. You have cosmetics and bright lights to make you seem beautiful, and author's lines to make you seem witty and wise. No wonder a poor simple-minded lawyer falls in love with you. And what chance have I against you in my cheap little dress, my own lips and eyebrows, my own unsteadied ways? I don't know how to strut and pose and lure a man. I haven't got Mr. Shakespeare to write beautiful speeches for me. In reality, you may be more stupid than I am, but I admit it when it comes to alluring men. I am no match for you.
Well, this is a very interesting case.
What is?
Yours.
Mine? What do you mean?
I mean, I have never received a flower or a letter or anything else from your husband. Tell me, haven't you and your husband been getting on rather badly of late?
Yes.
You used to be very affectionate with one another.
Why, yes.
And of late, you have been quite cold.
Yes.
Of course. A typical case. My dear, If you knew how often we actresses meet this sort of thing, it is perfectly clear that your husband has been playing a little comedy to make you jealous, to revive your interest in him.
Do you really think that? You mean to say such a thing has happened to you before?
Ah, endless times. It happens to every actress who is moderately pretty and successful. It is one of the oldest expediences in the world, and we actresses are such conspicuous targets for it. There is scarcely a man committed or connected with the theater who doesn't make use of us in some way, some time or another. Authors, composers, scene designers, lawyers, orchestra leaders, even the managers themselves. To regain a wife or sweetheart's affection, all they need to do is invent a love affair with one of us. Oh, the wife is always so ready to believe it. Usually we don't know a thing about it, but even when it is brought to our attention, we don't mind so much. At least we have the consolation of knowing that we are the means of making many a marriage happy, which might otherwise have ended in the divorce court.
But how could I know?
Ah, dear, you mustn't apologize. You couldn't know, of course. It seems so plausible. You fancy your husband in an atmosphere of perpetual temptation, in a backstage world full of beautiful sirens without scruples or morals. One actress, you suppose, is more dangerous than 100 ordinary women. You hate us and fear us. None understands better than your husband, who is evidently a very cunning lawyer. And so he plays on your fear and jealousy to regain the love that you deny him. He writes a letter and leaves it on my desk. On the desk. And he trusts a lawyer never to do that unintentionally. He orders flowers for me by telephone in the morning and probably cancels the order the moment he reaches his office. By the way, hasn't he a lock of my hair?
Yes, in his desk drawer. I brought it with me.
Ah, yes. They bribe my hairdresser to steal from me. It is a wonder I have any hair left.
Is that how he got it?
I can't imagine anywhere how any other way he could. Tell me, has he left any of my love letters lying around?
No.
Don't be alarmed. I haven't written him any.
Then what made you say that?
Might have come out if he had come to me frankly and said, I say, Sarah, will you do something for me? My wife and I aren't getting along so well. Would you write me a passionate love letter that I can leave lying around at home where she may find it? I should certainly have done it for him. I'd have written a letter that would made you weep into your pillow for a month. I wrote 10 like that for a very eminent playwright once, but he had no luck with them. His wife was such a proper person. She returned them all to him unread.
Oh, how clever you are. How good.
I'm neither better nor worse than any other girl in the theater, even though you do consider us such monsters.
I have been such a terrible fool.
Well, my dear, you do look a little bit silly, standing there with tears in your eyes and your face flushed with happiness because you have discovered that a little blonde man with spectacles loves you after all. My dear, no man deserves to be adored as much as that. But then it's your own affair, isn't it?
Yes.
Yet I want to give you a parting bit of advice. Don't let him fool you like this again.
He won't. Never fear.
No matter what you may find in his pockets, letters, handkerchiefs, my photograph, no matter what flowers he sends or letters he writes or appointments he makes, don't be taken in the second time.
You may be sure of that. And you won't say anything to him about my coming here, will you?
Oh, not a word. I'm angry with him for not having come to me frankly for permission to use my name the way he did.
You are such a dear, and I don't know how to thank you.
But you mustn't begin crying all over again.
You have made me so happy. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, dear. All right, Alfred. You may come in. She has left.
Well, did you see that one coming? I didn't. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I think we have had enough melodrama for one night, don't you? Let's bring out our cast who would like to thank you for being such responsive audience. We so appreciate it. Cast, have you gotten yourselves together back there? The audience would like to meet you.